Hi everyone, it's Daniel from Firebread Development, and today we're gonna interview a personal trainer, a very interesting person, friend of mine, Yuwadee. Hi Yuwadee, how are you today?
Hi, how are you? Hi.
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for coming.
Sure. Yeah, lovely to be here. Thank you for having me here.
You're very welcome. So yes, guys, the podcast today, it's about self-development and about Yuwadee's journey, maybe mine as well, but we're gonna focus more on her and how she's dealing with her own side hustle and brand. She's originally from Thailand and she came to UK, and I think it's a very interesting mixture of cultures and how this influenced her in her business. So Yuwadee, can you tell us a bit more about your background, like at what age did you came to UK?
Okay, so obviously so as you were saying, that I have came from Thailand originally when I was about 14, okay, 2004, and now I moved here about almost 20 years also. And from where I came from, it's pretty much nothing. I learned no English, and then obviously I have to adapt to myself really hard, to fit in this country, the culture. I have to learn, understand, and grow. Yeah, pretty much it really, but yeah, it's quite a tough challenge for me to move into a different country.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that a bit, even though like me, just 7 years here, but still. So knowing both cultures, which one do you prefer, so to say?
Oh, that's a difficult one to answer. I mean, I love living in the UK, okay, but everybody, but I love in Thailand actually, but I don't want to go and live there. But I'd rather live here in the UK. I have some family in Thailand, so of course I go back and forth to visit them. But yeah, I prefer here. Everything. Maybe it's the way I can get used to it. A family with everything in the UK, and I find it more advancing to live here. So yeah, and more opportunities, of course. But it's everywhere in the world.
Yeah, definitely more opportunities in UK. I know you having a 9 to 5, if I'm not wrong, and you also building your personal brand alongside that. Can you tell us a bit about that?
So I'm actually, obviously my background is, I used to be an athlete, obviously not competing at a high level, but I always in love with sports since I was about 4. And the last sports I did was Taekwondo. So I had a gold medal in that. And I always in love with being active, being healthy. And I thought, you know what, this trend is coming very strongly, and people accepted it, and people want to become more healthier. And everyone come to me and ask me like, how do I do this? How can I work out on my arms? And I'll work out on my legs. How can I lose weight, etc. And I thought there must be an opportunity, for me to go into this kind of industry. And if you look in the industry size in the wellness market, it's very huge and it's very in demand. And people are still lack of knowledge to understand about being healthy, or how to lose weight in a healthy way. So I thought, you know what, I got in touch by my business partner in Thailand, and he already he was a Thailand national polo athlete, and he's kind of got in touch with me and explained to me what he does. He's kind of proposed this idea to me, and I thought I got interested. And so this program that we're actually having, it's called a Lean Talk program that actually educating people how to become healthy. Obviously, majority of it is now in Thailand, but I'm trying to adapt that into the UK market with English language. So yeah, that's how it begins.
That's great. So basically, your brand has the roots in Thailand still, and and you are the face of it, and just bringing it here to UK as well for people that are interested in a more healthier lifestyle in doing sports and just taking care of themselves, basically, no?
Yeah, that's right. Yes, I thought there's a huge market for this, and And I thought, you know what, I want to expand my business. In Thailand is fine, like it's steady and it's growing. And I thought I want to challenge myself. I'm here in the UK. I want to use my skills, understanding about the culture, and I want to grow over here as well because I want to live here. I love this country. So it's a trend that's going around the world at the moment. It's a global trend. So that it must be an opportunity here anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone's going for it.
For sure, it should be. Like, I'm already curious now. But for example, like me, I don't know anything about Taekwondo. Can you give a short description for maybe other viewers that they don't know what Taekwondo is?
Okay, it's one of martial arts where it's not that brutal like Thai boxing. It's more diversity in movements, and of course in Olympics you will see people mostly kicking and punching, so you get really good satisfaction out of it. Okay, and you learn a lot. You learn about self-defense. You learn about your self-confidence. I was the person who had no confidence before, and I did Taekwondo. It kind of increases my confidence day by day, and it really builds yourself toughness in you, and and plus those coaches try to bring the best out of you. So Taekwondo is one of the self-defense and martial arts that many people can do. So its majority of it is involved kicking, a little bit punching, but if you actually, there's two types. There's ITF, where you're actually more of a prumse, where you like dancing with the patterns, but you have to be really good and flexible with that. Another one is WTF, where you're actually fighting, you have to score, that kind of thing. So it depends which way you like it, but you have to be fit for both.
Oh, that's very interesting. So obviously you've done this, you say from an early age. Would you describe this as a sport mostly for men or women, or is it a mixture of both? The majority of people that practice in Taekwondo, would you say it's majority men or majority women, or it's like a mix of 50-50?
Oh, I wouldn't know the exact numbers, but there's equal opportunities, really. Yeah, I think in my club, there's more male than female.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I get you. It's very interesting. And would you say that because of you practicing this sport, and obviously it helped you with your business idea and with your business now, but would you say practicing sport from such an early age, did it also help you with your discipline, or with your you feel like you self-improved because of the sport?
Yes, of course. The sports was like my first teacher about self-discipline and self-commitment. Without sports, I don't know whether I will learn this really fast, because without the commitment and discipline in sports, I wouldn't be able to become an athlete and competed at the national levels.
Oh.
Yeah. So being you're learning the self-discipline in sports is very important to me, and I don't know whether I can get that from somewhere else. And having that discipline in sports, yes, I can apply that in my workplace, anything that I do in the business, anything else really. Yeah.
Yes, so sport is definitely important, and this is the direction I kind of wanted to go with the discussion. What would you say for the people that they never did a sport in their life? How important is that, and should they consider it?
I would encourage so, because people become less active these days. And what I feel when I start doing sports and when I grow up with sports, I just learned that when my body becomes stronger, my will becomes stronger as well. My mind becomes tougher. And obviously, when we're competing in sports, we can win and we can lose. So obviously, we're not always going to win. And when I lose, I learn how to overcome that losses or the objections. So to me, doing sports, it can be important to someone's life, okay? If somebody wants to learn about self-discipline, self-commitments, but you don't have to go that far like I did. And it also teaches you self-confidence too. And is it important to the sports to learn about this self-discipline? Not really. You can learn it from anywhere. You can find all the place.
Not necessarily for the self-discipline to learn discipline, but in general, I'm asking you, like, for the people that they never do a sport or they are thinking to get into, like, that was the kind of the idea that I was asking, like, as a general rule, not for the discipline. No, yeah.
Of course, yeah. I mean, like, we will see a lot of YouTubers these days, or a lot of influencers these days, like encouraging people to go to the gym or be active, because it's great for our body anyway, in general, our health, our mind, to clear out those social media that we're actually consuming each day. It kind of give us some rest, from work or from home, if you're working from home, or from social media, and your body becomes stronger as well. And you can just do so much when your body and your health is actually still remaining as good. When we're getting older, obviously our health deteriorated, and going to the gym, move more, doing sports that you enjoy, it kind of puts you in the right social bubble as well. Whereas you staying home, like watching Netflix, it's enjoyable time. I'm not saying like you have to stop doing that, but maybe added some like activities or physical activities in your time as well within 24 hours a day. Yeah.
Like, definitely balance the life and add sport to it. And you're saying that by winning and losing, you learned some lessons. And just came to my mind kind of a quote or something. They say in life, you either win or you learn, you never lose.
No, that's right. I agree with that. I like that.
Yeah, definitely. Another thing I wanted to ask you is, like, how did you started your side hustle at the beginning? How the idea came and things like that?
Well, I always wanted to be my own boss, have my own business, and I want to retire early. That's why I want to start something sooner rather than later. I knew that I wanted to become my own boss when I was about 20, and I always find the opportunity, to either is to invest, business proposal, or anything like that, like anything that I can get into retire at early age. Okay, and of course, like, with no money. Okay, I was young. Well, I'm still young. I was young at the time, I was looking for opportunity anywhere with such a low capital that I had. So I was studying so hard. I was searching so hard until I found, one angel. No, I'm joking. It's just a business opportunity that came into my life. And this person came from Thailand. And of course, like, he was talking about the business model, the business idea. And I thought, you know what, I really like the idea where you can actually create the cash flow in your business and you can be anywhere in the world. So before, there's no the word passive income. And I thought, you know what, well, this is something that I was looking for. I didn't like the idea where I have to open a shop and sitting in a shop or doing like takeaways. I don't like anything to do with food. So I thought, you know what, I want to go into something that is more online. It's more live stream. And of course, I can work anywhere in the world. That's what I was looking for. And of course, when my business partner proposed this business idea to me, and I thought, you know what, this is interesting. It's something that I can relate. And it's to do with, it's in one of the biggest industry in the world. So that I'm interested in this. And of course, I'm working a full-time job as well on the side. Not on the side, actually, I'm doing business on the side, a full-time job as the main income stream. So I'm trying to like organize things around, and of course it's something that can work together with my business partner. At the same time, I still earning my money in a full-time job because it's not steady yet.
Yeah. I get you. Side hustling, that's what I'm trying to do here as well. And that's why I also wanted to have you here on the podcast, just to speak more about this, because there are many people that you said you wanted to be your own boss, and I think every everyone wants that.
Yeah.
And but maybe they're scared, they're afraid. What will be your advice for them, or how could they find a thing like this, or their kind of their side hustle, their own idea of a side hustle?
Okay. As you we probably have noticed that a lot of opportunities in the world. You know, some people become a YouTuber, a TikToker. You know, nobody can become somebody these days. So all we got to do is obviously we have to set out a goal first, asking ourselves, what do you want in life? What do we want in life? Okay, how do we want to live our life? You know, that's where we can start. You know, that's how I started. And then obviously I was searching, you know, for the tools that can actually let me achieve that kind of lifestyle or the goal in my life. And then obviously talking to the right people. Okay, getting in touch with the right group of people, getting the right advice. Sometimes asking your friends and your friend does not support you, that's absolutely fine. You know, just talk to the right person. Sometimes opportunities come from strangers or come from somewhere, you know, maybe the other side of the world. You just gotta look out for that. You gotta know what you want in life first.
Yes, definitely. Very good answer. And you know, this goal setting is so simple, but people don't know it. Like even me, I didn't know it. And this is definitely the first thing, is to set a goal.
Yep.
Even if you don't know how you're gonna achieve it, but just set the goal, because after that, all your actions, you can take them towards that goal. You're gonna find the ways after. But if you don't know where you're going, you're aimless through life, and you're gonna be nowhere.
Yeah.
But if you put a goal, and after the way will come to you in a way.
That's right. Yeah. Have you ever played football without goals? It's no fun. Have you ever swim without the end of the pool?
No point, huh?
So yeah, having goals in life is very important. Yes.
Yes.
So it's something you aim for. Yeah.
Yeah. Any tips on people that they never set a goal in their life? How to say it will be easy for them to set the goals, or maybe they should start with a smaller goal or things like that? Like for example, me, I had a goal, and after I changed it to a different goal and so on, because sometimes goals can change and things like that. But let's say for the people that never set a goal in their life, do you have any advice, tips?
Try it.
Just
try it. Maybe something small. For example, I was, for example, for me, you know, before I can set a goal, I ask myself, why am I here? You know, why I was born at the first place? You know, why I come to England? Why not my friends? So the neighbor, my neighbor next door can come here. Why is it me? You know, and I realized that, okay, this is the opportunity that I've been given by my parents. And I thought, you know what, I could take this on further. And my parents give me the opportunity so much more for me to be here. They fought so much. And I thought, you know what, I appreciate the opportunities and I want to step up further. Have you heard that the future of the child comes from the vision of the parents?
No, I never heard, but it makes so much sense.
Well, I translated from Thai just now.
It's good.
Yeah, so I realized that, and I thought, you know what, I want to set my goal. My first goal was about doing well in school, and of course in sports. And then obviously when I got in my 20s, and that I set my own goals. You know, I want to become a business owner. I just feel like having a job forever, it's not secure. And my goal is to be able to look after my parents when they're getting older. So I think with the culture that was raised up with, it kind of gave me that realization that, you know, this is a goal. You know, we in Thai culture or Asian culture, we had to go back and look after the elderlies. So I wanted to be able to stand up on my own feet, you know, and look after them, or look after people who in needs. Yeah, but other people could set up a small goal. For example, if you want to buy a Gucci bag, you know this is how much you earn, right? This is your expenses, and if you save this much for how many months, you can get a Gucci bag. So it's simple as that.
Yeah. And the way you said it, like you want to repair your parents maybe or something, if you can at one point, or to take care of them at least, that's why you're doing this.
Yeah.
So basically what you are saying is know your whys.
Yes.
Yeah, because many people, they don't have a list of whys.
Yes.
And that's why they can't set a goal, they can't do anything because they don't have any reason. They don't have a why. Why should I do this? Why should I do the struggle? Why should I go through this much pain? So I don't know, what can you advise people like in setting up their whys, or do you have any idea?
Write down on the paper, or talking to someone, talking to someone who have goals in life. Ask them how that person set a goal. Why do you come up with that goal? Write down what you want in life first, where you are at, where you want to go. Where were you? These kind of review the life of the past, the life of the present, and where you want to go. So you can analyze what would take you there, that kind of thing. So yeah, having a why and setting a goal, and you don't know where to start. Just talk to somebody. The more importantly, talking to yourself. I talk to myself all the time. That's
a good idea. Also, I want to add on this, like I seen a podcast, I don't remember which podcast, and they say you need to do a list of whys, and it can be as many as you want, and or actually do a list of what you're grateful for. What you're happy for in your life, from the simplest things, from like health, parents, pets, the thing that you have a roof, your job, put everything like this while and also what you want to achieve in the future. So this dials up into the goal setting. So you also put the goal, why you want that goal, to be financially independent, to do more money. So all that on a list, all these positive things, gratitude and the future goal that you want. And on the second list, you put all the things that you don't want to happen. So for example, you don't want to lose your job, your car, your side hustle, your health, your things like that. No? So after that, you can read, basically these are your list of whys. So after you put that high goal that you want to achieve, when you feel like you don't have any motivation, you read your list. Okay, why am I doing this for? And you're gonna read all the positive list, to give you power. And if that doesn't help you, you read the scary list. Okay, I can lose everything. So in that moment, if you feel like, I don't feel like waking up at 5 a.m. I don't feel like going to gym. And okay, if you don't feel like doing that, look, you're gonna lose all these things. So that's another thing that it helped me. So me, I basically stayed and basically write them down. I have them even now. And the positive one, I'm just reading it as a gratitude every day. And very rare when I need the motivation, I read even the negative ones.
That's good. I do that too. I try to read a lot too.
That's good. Good. What is your idea about a personal brand? Do you think a personal brand is important these days?
Of course, micro-influencer had a lot of influences around people who are actually consuming social media. For me, even though my brand is not that big, compared to many people out there, my Facebook and Instagram page doesn't have that many followers. But with me, I post clips, working out clips on Instagram or Facebook. There's some people, just a few people message me. It's like, I really love your videos. They kind of have that personal touch because they know me. Whereas if they see somebody very famous, they might not be like, they're nice. It's really good to see this kind of vibe and the influences, but they don't get that influence around them because the thing is too far to reach. So when they see my page, my friends, I would say, they see my page, it's like, I really love your video. When are you going to post next? And they ask me some question, and it's just one or two people who benefit from my feed. It's absolutely fine. I'm happy with that. It doesn't have to be 10,000 of people.
No, but obviously with time it will grow probably. And I think consistency is the key, because if I'm not wrong, I know know, I do how you say, maybe you don't have enough followers, but I remember you had less, and I see now. I can me personally, I can see a growth. You know, just because probably you've been consistent all the time, no?
Yeah.
So how important do you think is consistency for someone that, for example, is starting either like a same personal brand or things like that?
Consistency is the key to everything. If you want to be success in that area, just have to keep going, keep pushing, and because if you don't have that consistency, you will fall back in the business world, because a lot of people are working hard out there. If you're not working hard, if you stop and start, then your competitors will get hold of you better. And it's not just a competitor, it's time as well. We have limited time. So we only have 24 hours a day. You know, the same as people who are millionaires, or we have nothing at all. One successful person said one thing. He said, everybody in the world, we have two things that are equalizer. One, we have air. Two, we have 24 hours. So these are the best investment that we have in life. So utilize this to the max. So yeah, consistency is the key. Yeah.
Very nice. And can you tell us to the people that are watching that what is the name of your page if they want to have a look there and maybe they want to follow you, and after that maybe continue with what challenges did you have over the time since you started building those pages?
The challenges within myself when I get to a certain age is because I obviously I had been doing business for a few times and it failed, so I kind of knocked on my self-confidence a lot, and you know, I faced a lot of mental health, of course, but no one knew. You know, I consulted no one. Personal life, you know, it kind of struck me at the time when it was around COVID time, and yeah, it's a lot of challenges that I had to get through. I had no consistency, you know, for a good few years. It really sluggish in my life. You know, I didn't want to wake up. My health deteriorated. It was difficult in the last 2 years before I get here. You know, I had to fight with myself a lot. You know, for me to get up in the morning, you know, to do what I had to do.
Yeah.
You know, it's really difficult. But then, obviously, the last thing I asked myself, where I kind of like say to myself, you know what, I came here. I have faced a lot of challenges in my life, and this is just another one I need to get through. And either you go through the problem or grow through it. And I thought, you know what, I can grow through this. This is just another one.
That's good. That's a very good mindset to have. To shift all the time all the problems to a positive thing, you know. Okay, so where can people find you if they want to like follow you or something?
Okay, I only I have two pages at the moment. I have Facebook, which is my full name, Yuwadee. So majority of that is Thai, and then another one is Instagram, which is Yuwadee_efit. So people can look up at me on that one.
That's cool. I'll attach some links with your socials there.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
And how do you manage to keep a balance between your work life and your side hustle or your business?
It's difficult, but I'm trying. You know, I have a list of things to do each day, and you know, the goal target that I want to achieve each week and each month. But to be honest with you, all the list I might not be able to achieve it in a day. So I try to have my routine. I try to go to bed at the same time and things to make sure that, you know, my body is properly recovered, and then I can just get on with things the next day. And but to be honest with you, with the building stage, work-life balance does not exist.
Yeah.
But I totally understand that people like to talking about work-life balance.
It's quite hard, though. You can't really have, you know, Alex Hormuz, he was saying like, with the people that tries to have a routine. I mean, me, I like having a routine when I can, but sometimes you can't. So you need just to start straight working or give away your routine, you know, it happens. You just need to do what's more important, you know?
Yeah.
And he was saying that he doesn't have a routine. He just starts working. He wakes up and starts working. And he said he loves people that has routines, because imagine if something fucks up your routine.
Yeah.
He's still working because he doesn't need a routine.
Yeah.
But you are like, oh, I didn't do my meditation. Oh, I didn't do my I don't know what.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Yeah. Also, how do you manage to prioritize your time effectively?
That's a really good question. I'm really a really bad time organizer, but I try to do the more important list first anyway of the day, and then obviously the hardest one first, and then of course leave the easiest one last. Okay, but I have to fit pretty much the most important task in the day. Okay, anything less important, I probably leave it and then deal with it later. That kind of thing. I will have to list each thing that I have to do each day. That's the majority points, and then obviously ticked up bit by bit. But of course work have to come first, and I have to fit it around that.
That's cool. Yeah, that's a very good strategy. Do you practice also like journaling or something?
Like reading?
No, journaling, like
writing.
Scheduling your things one night before. So did you do that? Yeah. Okay.
Not every night, but I try to do every night. Yes.
Oh,
yeah. It helps a lot though when I get up in the morning, so I know what I'm doing. Having a diary is very important. Yeah.
That's cool. I used to do it the same on a diary, and first I bought a notebook. It was like 26 pounds, not out of money, but anyway, like 6 months was full, so I needed a new one. And after, the thing is, at one point you can't have it with you all the time, so I switched to notes. So now I'm on my phone, and I'm just like putting things on my notes. I'm trying to do it the night before. If I don't do it, I don't do anything the next day.
Yeah.
Almost anything. That's me. But
Yeah. I have to have a checklist. Yeah, I like to write it down, on a piece of paper so I can remember. I mean, on the phone it's great. Some people can use it. I can't use it. I have to have the paper and write it down. Okay. Yeah, old school.
Interesting. Hey, we all have our own ways.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, well, I also wanted to ask you, like, what's your plans for the future? What's your vision for the future? Anything that you're working on or planning?
Well, my vision and my plan is to grow my business and my platform, and carry on educating people to live healthier lifestyle. And of course, I want to really expanding my business in different countries as well. Of course, I want to travel around the world, and not I'm retired early. Like I wanted to I already planned in 2 years. So 2 years, that's my plan and deadline.
Oh, wow.
If I don't achieve it, then at least I set a goal, right?
Yeah.
But I'm working really hard for these 2 years to achieve it, and then of course the 10-year plan is to be able to move around freely. I want to be able to live in Thailand for 6 months, live here for 6 months, and go more on vacation. It's when we're getting older, the more we should have, the more we should have is the money, not the body fat.
Yeah, true. It's a very, very good future vision and goal, and I think it's possible. But even if it isn't, I think your mindset is straight, because you shoot for the stars and you might end up on the moon. So even if you don't get where you want, you're still gonna be somewhere further if you wouldn't shoot for this, if you wouldn't aim for this. No?
Yeah.
I think it's a really, really good.
That's right.
Yeah. For our viewers, because this channel, I'm trying to make it more about inspiring motivation and things like that. If there would be like one thing that you could say to the viewers that could help them in their journey of motivation, self-development, side hustling, whatever, what would that thing be that you think could help them if they will start doing it from tomorrow, for example?
Just get up and do it. No,
That's best advice.
Yes, nice and short, right?
Yeah.
Just don't think about it. Okay, you write it down on the piece of paper and just get up and do it. Don't ask yourself questions. Don't think what's gonna happen if I don't achieve it, or if I lose motivation. When you get up and running, you will find you will find the rhythm. You will find that discipline. You're gonna have to be, if you already know what you want to do. Find your why, get up and do it, and don't think too much. Yeah, 3 key points.
Also, is like you need to be willing to be bad at something so you can make it work. People, they just waiting, they thinking they need to have all the information before and after they can do it, but that time will never come. You basically need to just start doing it. Like the first, think about first author maybe, or first person that ever write a book. They didn't know how to write their first book. They just write it. So the same with everything. With first person that they opened their business, do you think they knew in before how to open the business, how to know. They just deal with it as they go. So exactly how you said, just do it, no?
Yeah, that's right. There's so many successful people. If you talk about, if you learn their journey, the majority of them, they don't think too much. They just go with the flow, and obviously there will be problems along the way. The more people thinking about what's going to happen, or going to find a solution for this, they become scared, and it's just like, you know what, I'm not going to do it. It's too much problems.
Yeah, true. Or how you said you had also some challenges when you started, and you failed a few times, you said, but you see, you just got back up, no? So it's like another thing that I heard, and is quite good, that motivates me, is like you don't need to be perfect from the beginning, and it's okay to fail as many times as needed. You can fail 20 times, 30 times, 100 times, it doesn't matter. And it's like riding a bicycle, yeah? When you first started to ride your bicycle, how many times you fell down?
Exactly.
Did you give up?
No, we're still
back up.
going.
And after you manage to ride it smoothly, no?
Yeah.
It's the same, or when we first walk, how many times a baby doesn't go down? Hundreds of times.
Exactly. They didn't even think about falling.
Yeah.
They just want to get going. They want to walk.
Yeah. So for the viewers, probably that maybe they try something and they go discouraged, they just should go back up.
Yeah, never listen to naysayers.
True, very true.
Just listen to your heart.
Yes.
But some people say, I want to sleep, but hey, get up, listen to what you want to achieve in life. Yeah.
What about manifestation? Do you believe you can manifest this? You know, this new age thing that they say, I do some affirmation and I'm gonna manifest my dream life. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
You believe a bit of it, no?
I believe in hard work more than manifestation.
I believe as well. But you know, I believe actually manifestation works if you back it up by action. Because there are some people that be like, I want to be rich, I want to be rich.
Right.
Yeah, you want to be, but you're not starting that business. You're not going to the gym. You're not
even buying the lottery.
You're not. You're not buying the lottery ticket. You're not doing anything, and you're like, I'm going to manifest it. How are you going to manifest it? So I believe it works because it gives you the positive mindset, and you do those affirmations. But after you need to do the actions. If you don't back it by action, I think it doesn't work.
Yeah, true. I agree with that.
Yeah. Is there any particular story or challenge in your past that you think it shaped you into who you are today? Something that really put a mark on you, if you get me, like that is responsible for you today?
Challenges
can be traumas, heartbreaks.
What's that? Sorry.
Can be also traumas or heartbreaks. You know, like something that you anything is just an example. Like anything that you feel like it shaped you at that level that it you know, put an imprint on you.
So I can relate that into my first I was at the first full-time job that I had. It was really tough because obviously it was my first full year that I was working working for someone else in the business, and it was really tough for me because one, I didn't know how to handle the problems within the organization. Two, I just obey to everything, every commands, and you know what, I kind of like find no ground within the workplace. I felt like I never be accepted. And three, I got bullied so much. Unbelievable. It was, for me, it was really tough at the age of 19. Because I wasn't born in this country, so I didn't know the rules. I didn't know the culture and things like that. I didn't know how to communicate. I was so naive. And first time I went into that restaurant, because I was working in the restaurant. It's a different culture because obviously it was a Thai restaurant, and for me, working there, it was a good lesson learned. I had to handle the bullies. I just felt, I don't know what to say. It was tough. No one backed me up. No one was there. My parents wasn't there to protect me. I had to protect myself. I had to I had to step up. I never swore in my life, swearing is not in my dictionary. And I had to do that for the first time.
So maybe you realized nobody's coming to save you. It's a very important lesson. When I realized nobody is there to save me, because even in the past, like me, even I'm a man and I should be the leader. Like at one point, I put all my faith in a woman, and I was thinking she will be there for me all the time, and she wasn't. And it's like, you see, like when you realize nobody is actually here to save you, nobody really cares exactly about your struggles and things, and you need to take it in your own hands. Then life starts.
That's right. It was a fall forward kind of thing. You fall hard and you fall forward. So it was something that I never think that I had to face. It was difficult. But then I thought to myself, you know what? I shouldn't trust anybody. It makes me become a better person reader, or understand about other people.
It gives you that life experience.
That's right. So, and I said to myself, you know what? I need to tough myself up in the working environment, because otherwise people just kicking me around, bullying me around. About 10 years ago, they were talking about bullies as much, whereas today, like, they were talking about like bullies, like stop bullying in the school and things like that. But in the workplace, it was quite a toughest challenge for me.
I get you. That's good. So you think that shaped you a bit and give you something
a lot?
Important?
Especially like working with people and understanding about each individual's human skills.
Definitely. It was also, I think, a saying that when you want to know more about someone, ask him the same, like not what went well for them, what do they like, ask what I know it sounds weird, but like what hurt you in a way, so you really know what's happening with them. You ask them what's something that really hurt you, or happened with you in the past. Like they say, this you can get from a person much more insight than just asking him, hey, what do you like to do, and things like that. Anyway, just like a root idea. Okay, guys, so this was it. I think it was a very interesting discussion with Yuwadee, and thank you very much for coming and doing this interview podcast thing.
Thank you for having me. It was such a fun conversation.
Definitely, and who knows, maybe we can do more collaborations in the future. Do you have, I don't know, anything to say for the guest, or maybe just bye-bye, I don't know, or any ending message?
Well, please press follow and subscribe and comments.
Thank you. And now also what I want to do is like to put Yuwadee to sign on the table. Is a thing that I want to put all the guests to sign, and she's the first one, and she can sign wherever she wants. She can put whatever message she wants and things like that. And we're gonna try to put it on camera as well. I will grab a phone, and we're gonna try to also get a close up of it. Can I have the phone here?
Where should I sign this?
Wherever you want.
Okay. See. Ready?
Yeah.
What day is it today? The
13,
13, right? Yeah. Manifest.
Cool. Thank you. Good. That was all, guys. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.